Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. All right, I want to do this video here, and this one is near and dear and close to my heart. We're going to talk about nurses, medical staff, healthcare workers, whatever I'm going from the perspective of a nurse. Obviously, I was a C.N.A. for 5 years, and I've been a nurse for over 30. So I think I may have some insight on this topic, and you know, can kind of give some credence to talk about this. How are our healthcare workers doing now? Okay. Now we've had 2 years of this pandemic and dealing with the ever-changing narrative of what we should be or could be doing and all those type of things. This dog is hilarious. She's over here flipping around in the grass. The narrative is always changing, as we know, and so it is just crazy the way that Again, you guys, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know how I feel about administration. Administration does not care about patients, does not care about staff. And now, can I say all administration is like that? No, I cannot. But I can definitely say, from my personal experience, having been, working agency work, going into different facilities, doing, long-term care facilities, you know, for the most part, I can reassuredly tell you management could care less, okay? They implement policies that they have no idea what they're talking about, and all this stuff. And we, as the workers, have to deal with that. Now, going back to the last 2 years, what you're seeing is a tremendous level of frustration, burnout. There is, the people are just, they're saddened with everything that they've had to deal with. Not being able to properly take care of people the way that they should be taken care of, and I think that's a big part of it. People need to be taken care of the way that they should be. But it's all about the money, it's numbers crunching, it's not about the personal aspect of it. And that's an issue. That's a huge issue, especially the way that I see it, okay? So what you're seeing is, okay, so let's even go this one further, okay? In the nursing field, in my experience of 35 years in the nursing field, you are always short-staffed. Even before the pandemic ever happened, always short-staffed. Never, ever, ever enough staff. It's been that way forever and a day. So you're looking, C.N.A.s are getting mandated nonstop. The burnout rate is tremendously high. The pay is not the best. And a lot of people get into nursing because of the simple fact is we love it. We love taking care of people. We love trying to help people. And don't you go wandering off, girl. No, no, no. You stay over here. I see you. But what happened is, so there's always been short-staffed. So then after having taken care of everybody, they come out with the vaccine. And then it was mandated that the healthcare workers get that to continue to do the same thing that they've already been doing for the year previous to that. And a lot of them said, no, I'm not doing that. And a lot of them lost their jobs. So you go from the heroes, nurses are heroes, to now the nurses are zeros because they won't comply and do as they're told. All right. That is a personal choice. I'm not passing judgment on those that got it. I'm not passing judgment on those that did not get it. It's not what this video is about. But as a direct result of that, were them trying to force people to do something that they did not want to do, you have an even greater shortage of nursing staff, which continues to this day. Because you have a lot of very qualified people that won't get that And so they are not, going to be working in certain states or certain facilities or certain ways anymore. And so that hurts the numbers, which puts more stress, more pressure on the people that are still there. So again, all these things, guys, all these things are adding to that. And what happens is a lot of time, and I'll be 100% honest with you. I believe, and I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on this, but I believe the burnout rate, generally people that get into nursing, averages about 5 years. And then they're out. They're out of nursing. They're on to a different career because of the stressors, because of the demands of management, because of not being able to properly take care of people the way that they should be or the way that they wanted to, because they've given you such a heavy workload that you can't take the time to take care of the people in the proper way. These are all issues. So that's why the burnout rate in nursing is so high. So with everything else going on, it makes it that much worse. So something to think about, something to, realize that there's definitely an issue from that. This is a bad thing, guys. As we're going to be heading into fall, and they're already talking about numbers going up again, you're going to see more and more people exiting the healthcare field because they've just had enough. They just can't do it anymore. And that's sad. It is sad, because if staff was treated properly, given the a right amount of staff to be able to do their job, there wouldn't be as high of a burnout rate. If you had the right amount of nurses, if you had the right amount of C.N.A.s, it would make everybody's life easier, much easier to do the job and to take care of the people. I mean, it's like, you have no idea. If you have not been in the healthcare field, you have absolutely no idea. So I want to hear from the people, especially my C.N.A.s, my nurses, my respiratory therapists, my doctors that follow the channel. I know you guys are going to confirm everything that I have just said in this video. So I have no doubt about that. I'm not talking out of my butt. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And we have a huge, huge issue ongoing right now. And it's only going to get worse, I feel. Because again, people are getting tired. They've had enough. They're burned out. They don't want to do it anymore. And and then let's go on top of that a little bit more, okay? I've dealt with isolation patients before, all right? So when you have an isolation patient, you have to have full mask, gowned up, face shield, all that type of stuff, because they're infectious, all right? Well, think about, okay, so, and that's a pain. It is an absolute pain to put all that crap on, because then you're sweating like crazy, and it's not fun. And so that is, it just sucks. Now, think about having to wear that stuff for your entire shift. Not for an 8-hour shift, because there's no such thing as an 8-hour shift in nursing half the time. 10, 12, 16 hours. You got to wear this crap constantly. That is frustrating in itself. And again, people are just, like I said, they're burnt, they're tired, they don't want to do it anymore, and it's understandable. I totally get it. I'm doing lawn or yard maintenance here while we're doing this. But it's totally understandable. It's so, like I said, people have just had enough. They don't want to do it anymore. And like I said, I don't blame them at all. So, something to think about. Wanted to share this information. It's going to get worse. You're going to see more and more people getting out of the healthcare field just because of the frustration, the stress. It's a high enough stress job as it is normally, okay? But then when you throw in the factors of all the other demands put on you, and and then when a nurse makes a mistake, I don't know if you guys saw this recently, a nurse had made a mistake, a med error. It happens. Anybody that's been a nurse, they've made a med error. It happens, guys, okay? And I will tell you this right now. Most of the time, and I'm not saying, I've known nurses that have made a med error. They've come to me and they said, Ed, man, I made a mistake. I gave this, this wrong med. And I would say, okay, what did you give? And they would tell me, and I would say, okay, well, that's your call. If you report it, and I'm not gonna, I'm not a rat. I don't go ratting on anybody. I said, but if you report it, you're going to get written up. Because if you have a med error, you get written up. That can affect your nursing license. So I have known nurses that have made med errors, and as long as it's not something that could kill the patient, they just pretend like it never happened. Seen it happen, guys. And again, I want to hear from my nurses. Have you seen that happen as well? Tell me if I'm wrong on this. I'd love to hear it. But there's a lot when it goes into nursing. The other problem what you have in nursing is management will not have your back. So if they're working you short-staffed, I'm just going to give another example. They work you short-staffed, and you got way too many hey. You have way too many patients, and something happens, they're throwing you under the bus. They could care less. That's what they do. Anyway, I definitely want to hear the feedback from everybody on this. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Are you seeing the burnout? Anybody that has been spending time in the hospital as a patient or anything else, what are your thoughts as well? But I definitely want to hear from my nurses, my C.N.A.s, my respiratory therapists, anybody that works in the healthcare field. All right? So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We really, truly are. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we could figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Don't listen to negative people telling you what you cannot accomplish. You can accomplish anything that you want to. All right? Well, folks, I'm going to jump off of here. I hope y'all are having a great day. Keep prepping, keep being safe, and I'm looking forward to seeing the comments on this video. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.